Welcome back to the Lacroix Cruiser. I'm Ivan, and fixing instead of financing an old Ford truck. Unfortunately, I forgot to press record yesterday, so we missed a bit of it, but I'll give you a quick recap. First of all, we took the bench seat out, very simple, 4 bolts, pulls right out, nothing complicated in doing that. In doing so, we discovered something though. The previous owner extended the seat belts. Common thing, they actually sell seatbelt extenders. This is how they did it. Yes, zip ties. And they're intertwined between the 2 belts. Please, don't consider this a safety improvement. This was hidden in the seat itself, so we could never see it. The only way that we discovered this was by pulling the seat out, because we cleaned up underneath the seat, pulled the seat forward, backward, never saw these zip ties. These were tucked in the foam. So if you're buying a used truck, maybe investigate. The other side was exactly the same way. So zip ties, this one they just tied off, but zip ties to extend this one. So again, if you're buying an older truck, check it out just to make sure. You never know. From there, we tried putting the seats in. Let's go over to the seats. What we're putting in is bucket seats with a center seat that folds down, commonly called a 40-20-40. So 40%, 20%, 40%. This is the racking it came with. These seats here, unfortunately, that's not going to fit inside the cab. The bolt holes don't line up, and the seats were way too tall inside the truck. These are not from a OBS. They're probably from the next generation, the Jelly Bean generation, the 10th generation of F150. The gentleman that sold it to us said they came from an OBS, but I think he was a little wrong there. Nonetheless, we have a welder, we have steel, we can fix that situation. Let's go back inside the truck. So instead, we built this. The rack is riding on the original seat rails from the bench seat that we know they fit. I put them in here and then welded the rack, or tack welded the rack on top. It's 51 inches wide and 16.5 deep. Fits on the original rails, no problem there. From there, put holes in, and I'll show you on the seat what those holes correspond to, but those are to hold in the 2 bucket seats. For the center bench seat, or the jump seat, I had to drop this down just a little bit for it to fit, because the mounting on it is different than the other ones. Let's go back to the seats and I'll show you what I mean. Look at the original seat mount for the center. We can see that it's a lot lower because it doesn't have any tracks. For us, this is going to be mounted to our track, and it's going to move, all the seats are going to move back and forth together. Not as convenient, but nonetheless, this is the simplest way of going. The factory seat for the bucket seats, you've got 2.5 inches of track that add up to do all this, because it has a flop forward feature, if I could put it that way. So when you move it forward, it slides all the way forward. Then when you move it back, it goes back to its original position. Not something we're gonna need on a single cab truck. There's no one getting in behind the seat. If they are, they're really, really small. So let's take this apart and take this rack off of this one. So let me put these nuts back on, because we'll probably end up reusing them. So on this seat, you can see, like I said, all this racking and everything that they had works fine. We've simplified it a lot. So now, in the original bolt holes of the seat, we just put these crossbars in with bolts. The bolts are welded in, so I don't need to hold them in with a wrench or anything. They will simply sit onto that crossbar. We can bolt them in, and the bolts are long enough that we can add a bit of adjustment in. So if I want the seat to tilt a little bit forward or backwards, if I'm not comfortable with the angle of the seat, very simple, I can add some washers underneath and space it that way. So let's take this rack off and move forward. So that's the one adjustment for the seat. And then the other one is here. This is a little lever to get it into the back seat. Now this can go away. Like I said previously, I ran out of 3/4 inch steel, so I had to improvise a little bit, but the bolts are welded on, so they're not going to go anywhere. And these just simply bolt in here where the original seat was bolted together. So using the same bolts that were there, in the same holes. Now the seat's ready to go in. So there we have the first one installed. Seat belt, of course, will get installed afterwards. So standard height, it's where we were before. If I want to tilt it back, I can add washers underneath. The spacing to the door is the same as it was before. Next, let's go over to the other side. So there's the driver's seat. Actually need to move it forward a little bit. That's good. Now to put the center seat in. On the seat, we weren't able to reuse the existing bolts, but they just happen to have 2 holes there. Perfect. In the back, I've had to drill a few extra holes to line up with here. Now I just aligned it up, have to drill that out. We'll be able to bolt this seat in, put the rack in the truck, bolt the side seats in, and then we're good to go. Next step, getting this in the truck, we have to turn it around. We've bolted the center seat in, so it's there. It's now a part of it. The seat belts are bolted back in. Now to put it in, and we didn't put the same belts back in. So now the seat belts have holders for them on the side of this seat. We can put the other 2 seats, bolt them in, and ready to go for a drive. Hopefully one of the last times we put this in and out. It won't be the last time, we know that. We have a hole to fix on the driver's side floor, and at the same time, when we do that, we're going to be putting sound deadening material everywhere in the truck and cleaning the interior. We haven't cleaned it yet. That's going to be a separate episode all in itself. All belted in, ready to go. Let's put the other one in. Very good, and I can even recline. Something we couldn't do before. These also have power lumbar support. We haven't wired that in yet. The factory wiring wasn't there for those, so I'm gonna have to bring it from the fuse box all the way there, do a good proper installation. I'm sure there's a spare fuse in there. We'll find out what it is, but not for today. All bolted in. Now I just have to adjust the seat to where I want it. And we're good to go. I can even recline now, something I couldn't do before. The bench seat was comfortable. If you have one of these trucks, you know how comfortable that bench seat is. But unfortunately, you can't adjust the backrest angle. In this, I can. But now, we also have a center armrest and an appropriate sized cup holder that doesn't get in the way of the shifter. So as long as the tall cup is here, we're good to go. With that, we'll see you in the next episode. And remember, you can fix instead of financing an older truck.